Before this video even begins, we should get some things straight. I know the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a touchy subject these days. Yes, I'm biased. Yes, I grew up with this film franchise. Yes, I'm a hypocrite. And yes, I will watch every single movie, show, and special presentation that they release. This does not mean that I will blindly accept everything Disney puts into this franchise. And since this is the first video that I've made in a good long while, and the first one on this channel, how about you get to know me better? What are my favorite movies? Back to the Future Part 2, The Truman Show, Gremlins, and Step Brothers. I love a good comedy. Nothing needs to be a super dark, hyper-serious, gritty crime movie. Sure, it works with some characters, but not all of them. I'm gonna make a bold claim here. Out of the 15 projects released so far in Phase 4, 13 of them have been good. Not great, but at least good. So I'm going to give you a quick run through of each project, and I'm going to rate it out of 5 stars. Black Widow, 2 stars. Not great. Shang-Chi, 5 stars. The best. Eternals, 2 stars. Spider-Man No Way Home, 4 stars. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, 4.5 stars. Thor Love and Thunder, 3 stars. It's just plain fun. WandaVision, 3 stars. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, 2 stars. Loki, 4 stars. What If, 2.5 stars. Hawkeye, 3 stars. Moon Knight, 4.5 stars. Probably should have been a special presentation, though, or at least could have been. Miss Marvel, 4 stars. She-Hulk, 3 stars. Werewolf by Night, 4.5 stars. Now, you notice how not one of them is below 2 stars? Sure, some things bring the scores down, but these are mostly either due to my general disinterest in the characters, like the Eternals, or decisions I don't personally agree with. My personal favorite movie of Phase 4, or overall piece of content of Phase 4, has been Shang-Chi. I think it's everything a Marvel movie should be. It has humor, a consistent tone, but it still pushes a good message. It's also just plain fun, which we've proven that I love. Please know I'm not trying to offend anyone when I say this, but I barely see any genuine problems people have with the MCU. A good 90% of these people hating on it think that calling it... I hate that word. Okay. A good 90% of the people hating on it think that just calling it mid or dead means something. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. But I do see some genuine posts that talk about the problems with Phase 4. And no, this doesn't include calling it woke. The biggest complaint I think I've seen is people saying that it doesn't feel interconnected, or like it's building to anything like the MCU was built on. Honestly, I can see it. This is fair. But allow me to explain my reasoning and my side. Endgame wasn't built in a year. It wasn't built in one phase. It took 10 years and 3 phases of hard work at Marvel Studios to get it to work. It wasn't rushed, sure. Some bits get a bit choppy. But to be honest, it wasn't built to be a movie. It was built to be an event. And for Avengers movies to feel like events, they can't happen too often. Then you just feel overloaded and kind of bloated, and you would complain more. And trust me, nobody wants that. To speak about the lack of interconnectivity, I see what you mean, but I don't. Wong, he's in every single thing. Anyways, I do see what you mean. Plot lines that just get left in the air with nothing to pick them back up, that's a fair criticism. But like all things, good things come to those who wait. Like how Samuel Stearns was set up to be the leader in The Incredible Hulk in, 2008? And he's finally getting that plotline brought back in Captain America 4. It's kind of an extreme example, but... Another big complaint I see is the visual effects, which, yes, haven't been the best lately, but how about you do better? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. And I don't just mean do the VFX better. I mean you should think about what you say more. The VFX problems have been, at least in some way, your fault. Not you directly, maybe. But Marvel pumps out so much content these days. It's honestly kind of hard to keep up sometimes. I mean, so this means that they have to rush their jobs, meaning it might not turn out the best. But everyone now just tells Marvel to slow down. And you know what, that's actually a good idea, but wait, then you would complain about a lack of content. Maybe do better. And when it comes to She-Hulk, why would you expect movie-level visual effects from a TV streaming show? And to be honest, the visuals aren't that bad. It isn't just an opinion of mine either. Quarter Digital, a visual effects company, had this to say.
This shot looks incredible. This is probably the best looking shot in the whole trailer for me.
You're definitely right. I think she's full CG'd out here.
She 100% is.
Yeah.
Is she actually CG for the whole thing? I feel like there's a few shots in here that they just green her up. And
No, she is. This shot, she's 100% CG.
What about...
They admit that she looks great in the show. One of them, Sam, even states that he doesn't believe that she's fully CG the whole time. Now, that might be a joke. I'm not taking that directly at face value, but it's an important line. Later in the same video, they mention how she looks real. And they are a visual effects company, let me remind you. That's all I really have to say about that, other than, Marvel, on the extremely off chance that you watch this, pay your VFX artists more. They are practically your visual lifeblood. You rely on them so much, and yet you pay them so little. I've spoken most of the thoughts I have at this point. I'm drained. So, I just want to wrap up by saying thank you so much for watching this video. And hopefully hearing me out. And, you know, letting me speak my truth. This is the first time I'm making a full-length video in probably years, I think. Also, sorry I have to rely on this whole PNG tuber shtick with this character. Truth is, I am just really lazy and didn't want to have to find footage to fill the full length of this video and risk a copyright strike from Marvel or Disney. That's about it. I'm really bad at ending videos, so I'm just gonna